Hello everybody, Noble here. So, you guys know me. I like playing video games, right? I like video games. But you guys know what's one of my favorite video games to play? Whenever I want to just mash shit up and, you know, fucking fight demons. You know what I want to play? Devil May Cry. You know what game's gonna come out in like literally a few days? Probably by the time this video's out, it's already out. You know what game I want to play? Devil May Cry 5. Yeah, because that's a fucking good game. Oh! Devil May Cry 5, you know how games are, right? Big games, huge games. Usually they would send out a review copy to some people, and you know, people would get it first and they would play the game and then they review it, etc., etc. You know how those are, right? Let me tell you something. Sometimes it's good to actually send actual journalists game reviews. Game review copies, usually, because we're gonna get shit like this. Anyways, by the title of the video, you can already tell I'm going to be talking about a game article written by 1stgamer, 1stgamer.com. It's actually not, there's no one, I don't know who wrote it. It's just literally 1stgamer. There's no name, nothing. But anyways, this article talks about DMC 5. I am a very big fan of DMC. I love Devil May Cry to my core, even to the point where I fucking played Devil May Cry 2 and I wanted to kill myself, but I love the series so much, so I even played that. By the way, if you want to get into Devil May Cry, play Devil May Cry 1, skip 2, don't even bother with 2. Don't even bother. But there are some points in the article that I found very questionable. You know, just questionable. Let's read the article and see, shall we? Devil May Cry 5 reunites the original gang. Set years after the events of Devil May Cry 4, the story of DMC 5 begins with Dante, Trish, Lady, and Nero facing off against a powerful new demon named Arisen. So this is all in the beginning. I don't know if this is spoilers, but it's even in the fucking trailer. So if you've seen the trailer, you probably know this. The team is easily brought down to its knees as the demon is too powerful to for their combined assault. Newcomer V shows up to lend a hand and is forced by Dante to rescue Nero, but the demon is too strong and the protagonists have to retreat. The story then picks up a month later with Nero heading back to the sides in hopes of finding Dante and defeating the demon. The game is very rich in cutscenes and they impress with praiseworthy graphics. Each mission features some cutscenes at the start and at the end with very few in between. This helps with pacing because there is no bigger interruptions while you slay the enemy demons. This is pretty good. I love the cutscenes in Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry 5 already looks so fucking beautiful. I love it. I love everything about Devil May Cry 5. It just, the cutscenes, everything's looking beautiful. Please buy the game. Please. Compared to the previous DMC game, a bigger effort was made on storytelling. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you make anything after DMC Devil May Cry, it's going to be good no matter what. Especially in storytelling. Especially that.
My name is Dante.
Though some fans may guess the big reveal before reaching the halfway point, there are moments in the game where I was surprised by how the events transpired. So after this, they start talking about the actual playstyle of every character in DMC. Now, for those of you that don't know, every character in DMC is very different, of course, because it's a hack and slash game. You're going to need a lot more for your buck. So that's why DMC 5 is kind of like up and beyond. I know you can play as 3 characters. I do know that, but I'm not sure if you can play as more than 3 characters. But I hope so. I mean, I really like DMC, and I like it because it does that. So yeah. Now we get into the sauce. The sauce of this article. Let's read along, shall we? This brings me to the actual characters. Let's talk about Dante first. Dante is exactly how you remembered him to be. He's cool, stylish, overconfident, and cocky. The problem is he really starts to show you how selfish and one-dimensional he really is. You know, Dante, you know, he's super selfish and totally one-dimensional. So selfish. Ah, man, that Dante, oh, he's so selfish. Oh, man. He's not selfish and he's not one-dimensional. If you've played any of the DMC games, I'm pretty sure you would know Dante is not selfish at all. There is one scene in particular where you acquire a new hat that is so ridiculous, even by Devil May Cry standards, that I had to stop playing and wondered to myself who possibly thought this was a good idea. To make it worse, it happens during a serious sequence of events. You'll know it when you see it. So I'm pretty sure they're talking about this cutscene. The cutscene where Dante looks like he's dancing the Michael Jackson. You know, he's doing the Michael Jackson moves. I honestly fucking love that cutscene because it shows what kind of a character Dante is. You know, he's a goofy old man. You know, he's obviously too old for these kids. And you know, he's doing some goofy shit. I fucking love Dante for that. I love DMC because it's super stylish and it doesn't give a fuck if it takes itself seriously.
I'll take that.
I mean, at times DMC can get serious, but most of the time it's just literally what we want DMC to be, which is just a stupid, stylish, and fucking amazing game. But hey, if you are a game journalist and you thought this was ridiculous, you've obviously have not played DMC. You've obviously not played Devil May Cry, because I mean, there is something a little bit more ridiculous than this. Believe me.
So, you're looking to play, huh? Alright, I guess I got some time to kill.
Then there's Nero, who is a spitting image of Ninja Theory's Dante. Not just in looks, but in personality.
That's 2 touchdowns.
This is... I cannot believe you are a journalist. You're a game journalist. And you just compared Dante from DMC to Nero. What? Oh, hey gun.png. It's been a while since you've been here. What are you doing?
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
Listen, alright, if you're gonna compare Dante from DMC Devil May Cry to Nero, you've obviously not played any of the games. Because, if anything, it should be the other way around. Even then, you shouldn't compare Nero to Dante from DMC. DMC 4 came out 2008. Originally, it came out in 2008. And DMC Devil May Cry literally came out in 2012. 2013, I think, but I'm not sure. Please don't compare that. Please don't. Let me actually make sure if DMC Devil May Cry 4 came out. Yep, Devil May Cry 4 was originally released in 2008, and the HD remaster on the PS4 came out in 2015. Don't compare it. You can obviously tell this man has not played a Devil May Cry game because he's comparing Nero to DMC Dante. You know, fucking Dante from DMC Devil May Cry. Thankfully, Nero has one of the best new mechanics in the game. The Devil Breaker arms add a lot to both combat and exploration. Different Devil Breakers vary rather nicely, allowing Nero to pull off some crazy combos. That's true. I actually really do enjoy Nero in Devil May Cry 5. He's very much the character I wanted Nero to be at first, but I love Nero both in DMC 4 and DMC 5. I'm a big Nero fan, and I just love the way Nero fights in DMC 5. Now, a character I thought I was gonna hate, but I grew to love in DMC was actually V. I grew to love this man. And they also talk about V in this article. That's the last thing we're going to be talking about, by the way. Newcomer V unfortunately really drags the game down, besides having a resemblance to Adam Driver. Wait, do they look like... Wait, does he look like Adam Driver? they finally got something right. V himself is a very boring character. He's so mopey and speaks in irrelevant riddles. I dreaded playing with him. V's bird companion actually has more personality than V does. What? V plays much different than Nero and Dante. V himself doesn't actually fight, instead he summons monsters to fight him. His bird is essentially his gun, while his Black Panther is his melee weapon. The problem I encountered while playing with V is that instead of fighting, I'm watching him from a distance while these summons fight for him. Even though I'm controlling them, it's challenging to pull off good combos because of the camera and positioning of not only V, but his summons on screen and the position they're facing. No journalist I've ever met who writes shit like this have never played a DMC game, have never pulled off a combo. Don't you dare fucking lie to me. Now, he talks about V in a very negative way, but if you go and you actually search up a different article, I think there was an article by express.com.uk, they actually talk about V to be a very cool and intriguing character. He's a complex, yeah, but he's a pretty cool character. From what I've seen, V is fucking cool. And then they talk about Nico. One of my favorite characters in this game from the very beginning. I love Nico. I love her design. I love everything about her. I should mention that the rest of the cast is pretty much a dud. Outside of Nico, who is nice surprise, a weaponsmith for Dante and Nero. She was fun at first, but she grew to be a little irritating with her constant 90s era jokes that just made her sound immature. That's why I fucking love Nico. That's why anyone loves Nico. Nico is literally a babe. Look at her. Look at her! I fucking love him. I love Nico. Even Nero got tired of it in the later story scenes, as he points it out himself. That's just because he's Nero. Nero doesn't know anything about the 90s, I'm pretty sure. Lady and Trish, on the other hand, don't serve any real purpose in the story. It's almost as if they were included just to remind us they exist. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, you're gonna get... You're gonna get a lot of no-nos on that. I'm pretty sure you could play Trish in DMC 4. Trish was an amazing character in DMC 4. Hey, what the fuck do I know, right? I have never played any of the other DMCs. What the fuck do I know, right? But honestly, when it comes to articles like these, I honestly think that they should rethink what they're writing about and what the game is about, because honestly, articles like these very much make you sound like a journalist who's never played any of these fucking games. I'm pretty sure if I read further, he says that his very first game was DMC Devil May Cry, which is not the best game to start off with. Oh dude, look at this, look at this. It's been a long journey for Devil May Cry 5, and for the most part, it's a successful one. It may not be the huge return for the franchise's original saga that some may have hoped for, but it's a fair return nonetheless. Fair. When I think of Devil May Cry 5, I think of fair. I don't think of amazing. I think of fair. Oh, dude, wait a minute. Wait. Devil May Cry has always had a stylish soundtrack, but Devil May Cry 5 soundtrack isn't as memorable as past titles. Yeah, you guys know Double Trigger. Yeah, fuck that song. You know, you remember seeing Itsuno himself dancing to the fucking song? Fuck that song. That song ain't memorable. Fuck that song. Let's go to DMC 2. Let's go to that game, because that game was obviously memorable with its soundtrack. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I obviously improvised this, so there's no script, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do have an opinion on Devil May Cry, or if you have an opinion on this article, which I think you should not, because you should agree with me, because this article is very badly written. If you have any opinions on Devil May Cry, put them down in the description down below. Tell me which one's your favorite Devil May Cry game. I like DMC Devil May Cry because of the style. I don't like the game in general. I mean, I played like 2 hours of the game and I felt very bored. But my favorite Devil May Cry game has to be Devil May Cry 3, I think. Mostly because of all the style that Dante can pull off in that game. And I love everything about the game. So that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please leave a favorite, comment, videos, or share this video. I'll see you guys when I see you guys real soon. But until then, do not be a stranger. Till then, bye. See you guys.